Welcome to my video walkthrough on the Enbarr Infiltration for the Silver Snow Path.
There it is.
I'm going to skip that cutscene. This is going to be the first of two back-to-back fights. So do be aware of this going in, because you won't get much of a chance to, do certifications if your characters have gone up a rank, or possibly train them a little bit more like you were able to in the past months. You're going into this fight, and then right after this fight is done, you're going into the second half of this fight, of another fight. I'm just going to double check that I've got everyone I need. Sounds about reasonable. Okay. And I actually won't put Raphael there. I'm going to put Raphael with Flame, actually. Oops. Just take a look at the map really quickly. We've got some units on this side of the map. I'll just call that the left side for ease. And I've got some units on the lower right hand side of the map. Now, it's really, really important that you know who's on what side, just because if you want to switch anyone around, it's a little bit harder because, well, you've got forces in two different directions, but switch anyone around that you need to if needed. But I'll just start the battle anyway. The victory condition: defeat all enemy commanders. Your defeat conditions: all your units fall in battle.
It appears that Hubert and the Death Knight are... We've not the time to deal with them one by one. Split up and take both on at once.
It's here. The crap. Uninvited. Get ready. The artillery. Rocks, arrows, reinforcements will fly.
Alright, so I'll just go over what's just happened. So Hubert has allowed artillery to be used. That's the fire orb in this corner, the ballista over here, and the onager right there. I'm going to point out the onager can't really reach you if you're going to strike at Hubert really quickly, but the ballista can. So your priority would be taking out the ballista first. Now, despite the fact that there are a ton of units on this map, notice Seth's strategy is basically divide and conquer. You'll have this team focus on the Death Knight, who is going to be significantly higher than the recommended level. Recommended level was 37, but you already knew that. Then you've got Hubert, who's level 39. Pretty powerful dark mage in his own right. Bolting will let him hit units from a long range. That's why his attack distance his danger zone or attack area seems to be so high. Please keep that in mind as you advance, because if a unit's too weak, it could get picked off. I'm actually going to start with this end because it's important that you get this ballista out of the way.
Onward.
But at the same time, don't be too stupid and leave yourself open. So I'll flame take out that knight, that fortress knight in that corner.
I'm awake.
Linhart will take out the other fortress knight guarding that bridge of sorts.
Put me in there.
Caspar will take care of that swordmaster. I think that was a swordmaster. I'm not rewinding time to double check. Petra will take care of this warrior.
Not for myself, for everyone.
Actually gonna have her retreat a little.
I do this for all of us.
Bernadetta will take out the ballista
I'm gonna do it!
with a crit.
Pretty good, huh?
That was fun to watch.
And what that's done, it's basically ensured that my units won't be hurt too bad. The onager will only really be a problem if I'm trying to reunite my units through this part of the map, but I won't. Now with the team going for the Death Knight, Ferdinand will take care of this
I will see this war through.
Cavalier, or Paladin, however you...
What's my strategy?
I'll have Byleth be our meat shield for this, because I don't have too many units who can take a hit. Ingrid will stand a little bit closer. Her alert stance has now kicked in, giving her some additional dodge.
More fighting.
Let's see.
Let's make this quick.
I'm actually going to have Lysithea and Dorothea stay out of range. Now the enemy's turn. The Onager is only attacking because I'm still within... I had to go up within their range in order to take out the ballista. I will actually just move out of its range and it won't be a problem. Ingrid's strong enough. I realize that my characters are over leveled and really strong, but again, this is just a walkthrough. I'm not necessarily telling you how you fight enemies on a harder difficulty or against the odds. That'll be it for another video. Right. Now, it's my chance to take down Death Knight, but if it really is that clear cut, is it? So I will have Dorothea take out that mage.
Will this ever end?
I'm glad I can count on
Dark
you.
Bishop. Actually, I have Byleth break the monster's shield. Charge in with Lysithea. Break that shield even further. Ferdinand retreat. Ingrid deal the final blow.
My duty is your death.
An encouraging display.
Now, you can see that I'm still in range of the Onager. Petra is, at least. But for safety's sake, I'm going to keep Petra nearby. Flame mid. Linhardt has a warp. And Bernadetta can take care of any opponents that come in through the rear. Ferdinand is in range of a fire orb. This is important to note. But now I can take on the Death Knight if I so want to. His stats are high. So let's just go over some of his abilities. Okay. If he starts attacking, he gets more accurate. Obviously, he gets more attack using a lance. Gambits aren't meant to weaken him through damage, but mostly through reducing his stats and constraining his movement if necessary. His counterattack means he'll be able to hit you no matter how far away the attack is. Don't worry about Mastermind, that's actually not practical. If he initiates combat and lands a hit, the foe loses up to 20% of the max HP, and his lance prowess is 5 at level 5, so he'll do a lot. Now I'm going to kill him off with Byleth just for time's sake. But normally this would be a more challenging fight involving a lot of Gambit usage, like Ferdinand using Gambit. I know it's not really going to work, but
Exploit their weak spots.
the whole point is to get him weak so that he can't really do much. You'll notice that Dark Spikes is effective against cavalry and will be enough to take him out.
Good. Only
We are taking heavy.
So that'll be it. I'll just have these other units advance. Anyway. Yep, I'll just go back to Dorothea. Have her... if it's not going to immediately kill it, there's no point. Alright, now for these units. You'll have to go up this way. There's no straightforward path to Hubert, fortunately. With that being said, I can still poke that magic user.
Next one's on me.
I'm actually gonna have Petra fly over. She's capable enough to do so, although she'll take some initial fire. She'll be... Flame is not very good for long distance heals, but she has rescue, which will allow her to get in position. Linhardt is the one I want supervising Petra as she makes her way to Hubert.
Our first wave of reinforcement.
we need to secure the
Reinforcements will pour in on the map.
No use.
And this is exactly what I mean about getting into Hubert's range. I did that on purpose because I want to finish this battle quickly, but Hubert's bolting can and will take down powerful units if you leave him there. Flying units are extremely good for mobility in this game. Don't worry too much about Caspar. He was always going to take some bit of damage. Yep. Plane's taking a hit or two.
No use. I fight for
Thankfully, my units are still okay.
Big win.
so steadfast.
As I said, your units are going to have to work their way up. So there really is nothing else you can do apart from get them up over the ridge. This is a dead end, actually. So you can't go there. Wasn't able to fully break through. Although that's a risk that I have no choice but to be willing to accept.
My heart burns with pride. For Bridget,
I can only really do this gamble because Petra is at a higher level. Don't actually do it if you can't if your flying unit's not strong enough. But really, you want to make your way to Hubert any way you can, and a flying unit's the fastest way. Hubert's only going to be able to hit one of your units with bolting. That's the key sign that you're gaining on him.
winning is what matters.
But if, you know, Hubert is able to launch an attack on you, well, that basically says something about, you know, how close you may or may not be. You can also commandeer the fire orb if you'd like. Hubert also hits really hard. I should mention that as well because he is the final commander here. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, to be honest. Don't worry too much. Remember, this isn't really a battle about taking care of all units on the map. It's just about taking down the enemy commanders. So if Hubert goes down, I really don't have to care about anything else. Can I finish him off? I can, so I will. Finished with a critical.
We must place our faith.
Excellent. We've broken.
And that is the Enbarr Infiltration walkthrough in a nutshell. The key is really to make use of your two teams to take one to take out the Death Knight, and the other to take out Hubert. Hubert is your typical spellcaster. Shouldn't be too difficult to take out, as long as you pay attention to his spells, especially bolting as you get closer. The Death Knight will be the bigger challenge, but use of gambits will be very effective in weakening him stat-wise, not damage-wise, and letting you follow up with some more powerful attacks like a Dark Mage spell or a really powerful close combat fighter. Rush past the reinforcements, make sure that people can't hurt you, and this should be good to go. I hope you enjoyed this fast video walkthrough. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. There will be more videos like this in the future. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for the next battle of this two-part fight.